there's a new show called Big Brother.
Yeah, it's really cutting edge.
It's about people sharing a house together and then afterwards their lives are ruined. I like Mikey, the blind one. Only thing is, he dresses up as a woman to be funny, and I think that's a bit desperate.
If you've got a disability on Big Brother, then you're a shoo-in to win, really. I mean, Pete with his Tourette's, Nadia had a penis, not strictly a disability, but it is if you want to be a woman, right? So I know it's early days, but I think if Mikey doesn't win, I will show my arse in Primark window.
There's one interesting character, is the albino guy, Darnell. Apparently, he got involved in gangs and crime in America, and I was thinking, if you're an albino, the last thing you should do is get involved in crime. Because you're always going to get caught, aren't you? Even if you had a balaclava on with a tiny little eye hole. You go, that bloke with the pink eye, the albino. It was him. And I was thinking, what if he was in a gang of albinos? There was this albino gang that used to come sort of drifting like a cloud down the street.
When I first turned on Big Brother this year, I did think the house was haunted.
I like Don.
Don, which one's that, Vic?
I haven't seen it, but I just want to join in.
The other thing was that they got very upset about when the blind guy picked up the knickers, didn't they? Mm. He picked up some girl's knickers and she said it lacked respect.
Did she have them on at the time?
Well, no, that's the thing. It would lack respect if they were in a knicker drawer, she was wearing them, they were on a laundry line, but she'd thrown them on the floor. If you've thrown them on the floor, technically they're flotsam. Anyone can take them. They're actually, I think legally, they're the property of the British Navy.
Mikey, he's got a sideline apparently of selling Nazi memorabilia.
What?
So we digress.
That's the whole show, is digressing.
Oh, digressing.
I'm not just trying to nail the answers and move on. It's not a task.
It's not a task.
The thing I like best about Serrano Sugar is he's mental. Clearly he's mental. Because he brings them together. He goes, right, you're probably wondering why we're at the Tate Modern. That's right, we're making fudge. Yeah, you're probably wondering why we're at Duxford Air Museum. That's right, children's coffins.
It's all part of his policy to try and intimidate.
Yeah, and why did you have to do everything on a weird fax phone?
Weird fax phone?
You had to make all the phone calls in the series like that, using...
Using a normal telephone with the loudspeaker function switched on.
It's terrible. It's terrible when twins fall out, isn't it?
Did you not get a little bit unnerved by Nick and Margaret always, like, hiding behind plant pots, just taking notes? And even when it was something they didn't even care about, like, you could be washing cars and they'd be going...
What were you doing before you were on The Apprentice?
I thought he was the Ents officer in 8.5 Hot Mum. It might just be me. You know, sometimes grammatical things annoy you. His catchphrase is, you're fired, yet you haven't got the job yet. So really, it shouldn't be you're fired, because it's about trying to get the job. It should be, you're not on The Apprentice show anymore. That's what it should be.
You're right, of course.
It's a bit like... Thank you. It's a bit like... You remember Bruce Forsyth's catchphrase was, nice to see you nice. It doesn't make any sense. What it should be is, nice to see you. No, really, it's nice to see you. It's the same
That's why
problem.
he's never going to get anywhere, sure.
The naked couple emerging happily from the tent.
This is a word association question. I'm looking for the top word or phrase the public said when we said camping.
David Williams.
You.
Are you, Cam?
No.
No!
62% of men would rather go shopping than play sport. True or false?
We've been shopping together, haven't we?
We love a bit of
We've
shopping.
also wrestled together. So we like to
I wasn't
combine
really
the
clear
two.
what the rules were there, because it ended
wrestling.
really abruptly, and then you never called me.
Is trouser theft considered a sport?
No.
Well, count me in just for 100% shopping.
I don't mind food shopping, Big fan of that. Big
Well,
fan
we
of...
can see, yes.
Exactly, you know, I'm a big fan of that.
David!
What?
You be mean.
I say something to you, is that you do have a stray nostril hair. On the side. Do you want me to get it for
I
you?
haven't
Get it,
even
get it.
noticed that. Did you get a little bogey with it?
There, you see that?
That's a bad boy, that's
No, because you don't want to do
So what are you going to go for? You're
Yes,
saying true?
Yes.
Well, hang on, whose question was
chucking
it?
at me.
It's
Everybody.
to both. Yes.
Well, we're saying yes as well.
You. We're saying yes.
We're saying yes.
You saying yes?
We're all saying yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you the answer is true. 62% of men would rather go shopping than play sports. That's right. I'd have to say I agree. If you ever hear me saying City's playing, I mean Sex and the City's on at the Film House. We're meeting at 12 for cocktails. Be there or be square. It's going to be fabulous. So at the end of that round, I can tell you it's 4 points to Sean's team and 5 points for Jason's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your first one. Top reason Brits are teased at work.
Is it because they say I can work with Prince or Pauper on TV?
That must be right up there, because that would be pretty annoying.
What do you mean by that?
It was basically a dickish way of saying I get on with chalk and cheese.
If you're going to chalk and cheese, it's a dickish way of saying you get on with Prince and Pauper.
Is it because they're still quite new, northern, and might have put on a little bit of weight since the last series?
You're lovely.
Thank you.
Where does teasing stop and bullying take over?
When you use a blade.
If someone had a big nose and you just called them Concord, that would be teasing. But if you used it to open a yoghurt pot like that, that would be bullying, wouldn't it?
Top reason Brits are teased at work.
Is it because when you weren't looking, the salesman had dipped his cock in your tea?
I'll give you a clue. It's something that the winner of The Apprentice suffers from.
Not being able to pronounce words?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Speech impediment.
Yeah, that'll do. Good work.
Yes, the top 5 reasons for being bullied at work are speech impediment, accent, dress sense, baldness and ginger hair. If you're watching this, Anthony Worrell Thompson, unlucky. Least desirable car passenger.
Is it the Pope? Because whatever the weather, you've got to keep the sunroof open because of his hat.
And he's in like a perspex box as well, so you can't... Did you watch Connie last night? Oh, forget it.
Right, who would you hate to be stuck in a car with?
A rapist.
I just imagine you going, oh, stuck in here with a rapist.
I can get on with Prince, Pauper or rapist. I reckon Stephen Hawking would be bad, because you wouldn't know it was him talking or the sat-nav.
It's 9:30 on the 8 out of 10 Cats Big Brother special. Joining the show tonight, here's your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to the 8 out of 10 Cats Big Brother special, a show about opinion polls, surveys, statistics and, of course, Big Brother. Did you know, for example, 50,000 people applied to be on Big Brother this year. Only 22 got in, but there's no wastage. The rest are ground down and served as sausages. A high percentage of applicants are from Glasgow. They're not interested in the prize money. They just want to live in a house for a couple of weeks. Let's get started. What else have people been talking about?
Grace chucking water on Susie.
Was it people just presuming that Gracie was a little bit of a bitch in the house?
Oh, no.
Not here, obviously, you're lovely. But that's because she's sat here. Thank you. Nice try.
Let's have a look at some of Grace's finest moments and judge for ourselves whether she is, in fact, a massive bitch.
She's a fucking stupid bitch, that fucking one there.
Sounds fine, actually. I feel like I'm living with a golden retriever. She's a fucking boring.
Why is she here? She's had her
hag. Her great big silicone chunky thunder thighs.
Sorry. Oh my God! How dare you! Bye, yeah, sweetheart.
Certainly no lady, Grace.
Yeah, nor are you,
Hey! let's be nice. She's our guest. But seriously, dashing water in someone's face, you better know yourself.
Okay, put my hands up. I do, bitch. But, you know, I say what most 21-year-old girls say sometimes.
I think you're a really, really nice guy. I don't think there's anything the matter with you. I don't think you're that bitchy. Leah, she's a fucking bitch. Let's have a look at this.
You may now leave the deli and move into the house next door.
You have been chosen to return to the Big Brother house for the final week.
Look at her, look at her. Look at her. Love her.
Oh, my bloody films,
People were talking about the evicted housemates returning to Big Brother. Mikey, Grace, Nikki and Leah, they're like the Fantastic Four in that there's 4 of them and that's it. Did you know, for example, in this year's Big Brother, there were a staggering 6.5 million votes cast, meaning whoever wins has a clear mandate to invade North Korea. Of course, the title of Big Brother is taken from the George Orwell novel 1984, although this year's casting was inspired by Animal Farm. 80% of the Big Brother applicants are between 16 and 24. The rest have significantly higher IQs. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories and events from this year's Big Brother they've been talking about the most. It's our panellists' job to guess the 3 most popular. Dave, Jeremy, Derek, what do you think the nation have been talking about with regards to Big Brother?
Well, in the top 3 has got to be Kinga, the bottle bank.
Has to be.
I just watched it with, like most people, I'm sure, with the jaw just getting progressively lower and lower. I'm wondering what I just thought, well, in her house, her mum and dad must have had everybody around. All the neighbours. She's on tonight, she's gone in, come on. Auntie Margie's here, come in, Auntie Margie, sit down. Oh, she's smoking, I didn't know she smoked. Oh, wait a minute, mate, wait a minute, it gets worse than that. You sit down there, have a cup of tea. Watch her, she's on. Shall I put this up my fanny?
Were you horrified, Derek?
I didn't see it.
Let's have a look at it now.
Don't do it, Kinga.
King of Dawn.
That was Kinga there, cracking open a bottle of wine. This is the story of Kinga turning herself into a novelty wine rack. I think what happened was she was going to ask Anthony for a shag, but in the end she bottled it. I'm going to go over to Dave's team. I'm going to ask you.
What about Craig's love for Anthony? I feel a bit sorry for Craig, actually, because I think Anthony kind of led him on. Because he comes into the house, right? And obviously Craig's attracted to him. And he snogs Orla. He then goes to Makosi, and Craig's thinking, he's a breast man, I'm in. Wait! Wait till he sees these. Nothing.
Might develop once they've left the house and there are no cameras around.
Do you think?
Possibly.
Definitely not.
Did you...
Sorry.
Oh, hang on. Jade has to talk. Craig and Anthony there enjoying the kind of romance you'd find in a Hollywood movie. Cape Fear. Let's have a look and see if that's one of the top 3 talking points.
Oh.
Yes, it is. The most talked about thing in this year's Big Brother. Yes, this is the story of Craig and Anthony's relationship. The thing Craig likes about Anthony is that he can see a bit of himself in him. Yes, this is the story of the housemates' pool orgy where Anthony and Makosi allegedly had sex. I can assure you that it was safe sex. Anthony was wearing a verruca sock. 10% of Big Brother viewers think that science is...
Not his real name.
Not his real name? Is close but not right. I'm going to have to tell you. 10% of Big Brother viewers think that science is a stupid name.
Only 10%.
Where did you get the name then? Did you give it to yourself?
No, I didn't. It came because of the way that I produce music, the way that I write lyrics and the things that I talk about, basically. The science of life, the science of culture, the science of dreams.
Boom.
And to aspire.
Give us a little taste of that.
What shall I talk about? Give me a topic then.
8 out of 10 cats.
8 out of 10 cats. And I'm having a chit-chat in 8 out of 10 Cats with Jimmy Carr and the rest of the gang. But you know that I'm the man, yeah, I'm a man, not a man's man, but you got to overstand. Now, don't be hunger, because I got a hunger. And since I've been in the house, I come out a lot stronger.
Did it.
Well, it's a minor, a little glitch in the Matrix.
34% of people weren't as caring as you.
Could it be something absurd as leading the Conservative Party?
I'm going to give you that. Yes, 34% of people would like to see Derek start his own political party. Derek, do you think you'd be good at that?
No, I'm a follower, not a leader. I follow people. They're usually tall, dark and very handsome.
Thank you very much, Derek, but I'm going to say no. Dave's team. 12% of Big Brother applicants are what?
Shelf stackers.
Hairdressers.
You are absolutely right. Lisa Tarbuck. Yes, 12% of Big Brother applicants are hairdressers. 2 of the housemates this year are hairdressers. Anthony is a trainee and Craig runs his own salon. He's already offered Anthony some sort of job. We asked the public which of these housemates would do best on Mastermind. Who got the most votes?
Why can't I maybe have some votes?
Sorry, it's who would be best on Mastermind.
Yeah.
Did you not understand that question?
I think, Jade, I think you do very well, but you'd be spinning around the chair.
I'm going to say Nick.
You're going to go with Nasty Nick?
Yeah.
OK. Dave's team, what do you think?
I'd love to see Jade on it. Just imagine it would be like you've passed on all 22. The answer to question 1 was Jade.
What would your specialist subject be?
Shoes and handbags.
Yeah. Who are you going to go for, team?
I think we've got to go for Kamal.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
What do you think, Jeremy?
Well, I don't think anything would be any good, to be honest. So... well, I'm sorry, but, you know...
Yeah, they're not like the cast of Hollyoaks, are they?
No.
Victor, what would your specialist subject be on Mastermind?
General knowledge, really, like...
Your specialist subject would be general knowledge?
That would be it.
That is amazing. Yeah. And your specialist subject is general knowledge?
Why, is that not a subject?
Is it not a subject? No, Jade, but when your specialist subject... I can't believe I'm having to explain that to a human being. General knowledge is the general bit, and then they do have a specialist subject.
Oh, in knowledge?
In knowledge, no. Oh, you're adorable. Well, you went with Kamal, you went with Nick. I can tell you that Kamal got 19% of the vote, but the public thought the best person on Mastermind would be Nasty Nick. He got 50% of the vote. According to the public, Nick was voted the housemate that would be best on Mastermind. His specialist subject would, of course, be the role of Buttons in various pantos across the East Midlands. Did you know, for example, Big Brother 8 started back in May. The housemates have been in there so long, they think the Prime Minister is still Tony Blair, except Brian, who thinks it's Dumbledore. There have been 24 housemates this year. If you can name them all, congratulations, you're the editor of Heat magazine. Sadly, Shanessa couldn't be on the show this evening because we didn't ask her. I don't like to think of there being winners and losers in the Big Brother house. To me, they're all losers. Let's get started. Jason's team.
Well, I reckon the early doors was the interesting bit, when it was the all-female house.
Let's have a look at women going to the house for that first time.
What is going on here? Is no one noticing something? There's no guys coming.
Yeah, we'll just become lesbians and have a good time and all the guys will be after us after. Yeah, I'm glad you're up for it here.
I like Laura there, Laura in the house there. Everyone described her as bubbly. That's just because she eats too many arrows.
It was actually the Charlie show, and we all know it. I mean, I'm not being funny. Friday, I'm going to go there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, okay. Friday night, I'm probably going to go back on that stage for the big grand finale, you know, and stuff like that. And it's going to be like, boo, when I go on. And I'm going to blow them all kisses. And do you know what I'm going to say? I'm not being funny, right? Oh, God, I've said it again, ain't I?
Literally, you haven't got anywhere near a punchline. You've been talking for quite a while. Yeah. Try and punch up a little bit.
I was the bit of... I'm not being funny. Everyone was entertained, but...
Sorry, I know. Don't worry about not being funny. We'll just edit that out, but... OK, fingers on buzzers. What else were people talking about?
Oh, is this when I say who we think we're next talking about?
Yeah. Yes. So what do you think people have been talking about in the Big Brother house this year?
Oh, I like to say me, probably, but I'm not going to say me.
No,
I better not, because I don't want to be... Well, I probably will be.
You don't want to be egotistic.
You don't want to big up yourself.
No, Charlie, say you. If you think it's all about you, say, girl. I'm not being funny, Charlie, but you are South London it girl. No one can even touch you. Look at your outfit. I can't even compete. What have I got on? Oh, my God. Nothing. It's just like a suit. I can't even compete with that.
Babe, I love that suit. Anyway, guys, back to me, right?
Yeah, what would they be saying about you, though? What do you think people were saying about
Bring
you?
her back in, the most argumentative, most talented, and most... What the hell? Everything.
Should we have a look at Charlie in action?
Yeah.
I said anyone who says I don't wash up is an arsehole. What part of that didn't you hear?
Psycho.
Psycho. Ain't a fucking Jay. Look at her little... Oh, no, let me out. Posh wife, and she said she's a compliment. She must think the fucking ugly little
Don't
fraggle.
be jealous, Charlie. It's not a nice sign.
Oh, never. Fucking posh wife, she fucking weird. Fucking ugly bitch.
Her and the family will sit down at Christmas and go, let's watch some videos of our holiday. Let's put that on, that'll be nice. Remember when she was going... You're like a cross between a wasp and a pit bull.
I read that you were an IT girl, and how'd you get a DOS prompt on Windows 98? I don't know how to do it.
Do you mean computers?
Yeah, on the computer.
I don't know about that. All I know about is MySpace.
I think the IT it girl joke has been lost.
Stop.
Oh, my God, IT! Oh, you're taking the piss, right?
Yeah. No, Charlie.
You will need to know that for your interview next week at PC World.
Well, let's have a look and see if Charlie's up there. Yes, indeed, the most talked about thing this year. On entering the house, Charlie had her dental floss confiscated, which was annoying, as she didn't have anything else to wear. Charlie was the bookie's favourite, because she's the one that most resembles a horse. A beautiful horse.
Yeah, Black Widow or something like that.
Black Beauty, I think, would be the one you'd go for. This year, the housemates purchased the following items: 88 bags of chickpeas, 74 bags of brown rice and 50 bags of lentils. I bet Mikey wishes he didn't have a heightened sense of smell now. 20% of Big Brother applicants still live at home with their parents. Sorry, that should read 20% of Big Brother applicants still live at home with their disappointed parents. And 70% of Big Brother housemates say they're looking for fame. Here's a tip: go to HMV, check between Falcon Crest and Family Guy. Right, let's get started. Jason, Vanessa and Luke, what else have the nation been talking about Big Brother-wise?
What do you reckon, Vanessa?
What about Rex and Nicole? It was a most insanely hellish union, wasn't it? I loved it. I was entranced by it.
I think one of the reasons I liked it was because I know people like that. They're in a relationship with someone that they clearly hate,
So
and you
do
go,
I.
what's going on?
I love the bit where it's like, what's the matter? Nothing. But what is it? There's something. Nothing. What is it? Nothing. Well, you should know. Fuck, if it's nothing, why the fuck should I know? What are you talking about?
Should we have a look at them in action?
Yes!
My girlfriend, honestly, like, you know, I mean, she's absolutely amazing. My girlfriend is one of the most stunning girls ever. Oh, my God!
Is it your girlfriend, Rex?
For my prize.
Ow! I don't want to be known as Rex's girlfriend. I want to be known as Nicole and my own self.
Don't push me away.
Please just...
Huh? What the fuck is wrong with her?
I want my makeup and everything.
If you were going to come on here, yeah, with a negative attitude like you
I haven't
have,
got a negative
yeah,
attitude.
and being miserable the whole time, yeah, that means I have to support you. So you talk to other people, but you won't talk to me?
Why?
Fucking bitch. What's wrong with you?
I'm saying get off me. Just I don't wish you hadn't come on here now. I heard those exact words.
No, I didn't.
You are pathetic.
This is like the worst thing that could have happened. Quite honestly.
Yes, it's the most talked about thing in Big Brother this year. Everyone's been talking about Rex's terrible relationship with his girlfriend, Nicole. Nicole was evicted with 94% of the vote. The other 6% were ringing a hitman.
Is it Darnell and Sarah's weird sort of love-hate relationship?
Let's remind ourselves of Darnell and Sarah's relationship.
I see rainbows and the blue. I see rainbows.
He's walking like this.
She's a nasty girl, that Sarah.
Go on, Vanessa, why is she a baddie?
No, she's a baddie. We've got names for girls like her. She's a prick teaser. She's a cock
I
teaser.
like it when they tease.
No, not if they never deliver. You've got to deliver at some point. And she's exploiting that boy. She's treating him like a little yo-yo. She is doing everything but jerk him off. And she should jerk him off.
She's done everything.
She should.
Yes! Yes, let's applaud Vanessa. Yes, she should jerk him off. The nation demands it. Get them back in that house and get him a hand job.
Give him some relief. He needs relief.
Finally, it's a political issue I can believe in.
He confidently moved himself in the shower. Mikey saw it. He told me.
Mikey saw it?
Yeah, that's what he told me. Please do that.
OK. Darnell and Sarah's love-hate relationship, I can tell you it's not one of the top 5 most talked about things. No. Of course, Sarah is from Australia, so she should be used to being up all night on the red-eye. Here's your question. Top way Brits break the law.
Okay.
Come on, tell the truth.
Okay, I was drunk in a taxi and I needed to pee really bad, and I peed on the floor of the taxi and then paid him and got out.
Kelly, let me tell you, that's not a crime, that's a website.
Right, let's have a look and see whether Wembley is one of the most talked about things this week.
Of course it is.
Yes, it was. 35% of you were talking about the fact that Wembley Stadium will not be ready for this year's FA Cup final. The delays have thrown the fixtures list into chaos. Chelsea will now be playing Bon Jovi in the Charity Shield. Sean, Kelly and Vic, what else have the nation been talking about?
The robbery. I think it's wicked. Some guy got away with £40 million worth of unmarked notes. Good for him.
I blame the parents.
So you were right behind those guys who nicked your mum's jewels?
They can die a painful death. My mum's really pissed off about that. I think he got what was coming to him. My dad did fucking chuck him out a window.
Did he mean to, or did he just...
He's on satellite navigation now, isn't he?
I know!
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Your dad's doing satellite navigation?
No, he's not. It's somebody saying that it's him. It was like they had this whole thing in the newspaper how that's like the new thing to download is the voice of your sat nav. And it's the #1 selling is my dad's voice and the second one is my mum's voice. If I had to get in my car and turn on sat nav and listen to my parents anymore, I would definitely take it back to my head.
Apparently now you can buy tractors with sat nav. And I thought, how pointless is that? He goes, you are now in lower field. You are approaching upper field. Why would you want sat nav in a tractor?
Or if you've got a really big farm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
and you don't know where your fields are.
I had a friend in high school whose mother found out she was doing drugs, and she had antique spoons that she'd destroyed, and that was what she was more upset with than the fact that her daughter was doing heroin. That she ruined her antique spoons.
Her daughter was doing heroin. She's gone, you've cooked up in the good spoons. You're a disgrace.
Well, you can make a new daughter, but you'd have to buy a new spoon.
You said that, Andy, like you'd make one in a lab.
You look at Osbournes, you think he might have made a kid in the lab. What do you think, Jamelia?
I tell you what, about the particular whole FIFA thing was the fact that the guy resigned, and like he resigned, he said, you know, I haven't done it, I'm not guilty, but I'm going to resign anyway. That's so dumb. Like, if you're saying that you didn't commit this, is it a crime? Is it a crime?
Is it a crime to bribe an official?
If there's no broken glass involved, it's not really.
Okay, then, if it's a crime...
If it's a crime, how can it's a crime to bribe officials, then lock me up and throw away the...
I don't know anything about football.
Well, why did we book her on the show? I thought she was an expert.
I don't know anything about football. I don't even know if players are on a team.
But it would be a good thing for Great Britain if we had the World Cup, because it brings a lot of revenue in and there's a sense
but
of...
we're already getting the Olympics. Isn't that enough?
I think we should bid for the Winter Olympics, don't you? I think we should start doing, you know, learning to ski and skate and stuff without snow. Get really good at it and then win the Winter Olympics. Everyone will turn up and win it. Where's the snow? There isn't any.
Our next round is called Pick of the Polls. Jason, Kelly and Andy, your turn first. What do you like the look of?
Ooh. Well, we've got Jesus there. We're going to go with the big JC.
OK, in a poll to find the most famous person of all time, Jesus Christ, of Nazareth fame, came second. But who came first?
The only way this can stop us offending anyone is if #1 is God. And #3 is the Holy Spirit. That's the only way this is going to work.
Jimmy, where am I? You are... Brilliant.
in the world. I've moved up.
What about Michael Jackson?
Correct.
Is it real?
Wow. Genuinely, that is correct.
I only know that because my roommate's obsessed with Michael Jackson and he's the one that told me that.
Your roommate?
Yes.
You've got a roommate?
Yes, I do.
She's on day release.
No, I'm not on day release.
You on day release?
No, but there is a mental institution near where I live. They let people out on day releases.
There's a mental institution where you live?
Near where I live. And they let people out on day releases.
How's your dad?
Fine. Shut up.
So the most famous person of all time is Michael Jackson. Of course, Michael Jackson was most famous in the 1980s. Kids today might not know his music, but they could pick him out of a lineup. Because he's very recognisable. I used to love Michael Jackson, but now I just think he's a pale imitation of the man he used to be.
Have I told you about my new book?
What's your book called?
Enter the Dragon.
Sounds like something on the Swingers website. So you're sitting there going, this, enter me.
Only in Britain.
It's a good thing Deborah Meaden didn't get there first. Count your blessings.
You're selling paper clips and knickers.
Do you design the knickers?
Yeah.
Pervert.
Right, Sean, Kelly, Reg, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Sperm.
Sperm?
Yeah.
What have they been saying about sperm?
That they can genetically make sperm in a test tube now. I don't see the point in it, really, because we were saying it before, there's not exactly a lack of it out there.
Well, maybe in your world, young lady. I can tell you it's not one of the most talked about things this week, but this is the story that scientists have created sperm in a laboratory for the first time. You'll find the results of their experiment spread across the pages of New Scientist magazine. 2 more things to get fingers on buzzers.
The cricket.
Ashes. The cricket. I imagine you're quite a cricket expert.
I live right near the cricket ground, but I know absolutely fuck all about cricket. I think it's the most boring thing in the whole entire world. It's like fat man's baseball.
They've appointed an official poet for the Ashes.
They have an official poet?
They have an official poet writing a poem about every game.
Oh,
it's literally the Everest of shit. The embarrassing thing is we spent £15 million on the bid and we forgot to use any of that for bribes. If we'd used it all for bribes and just gone stadiums, we haven't really given it any thought, but...
They don't even have a stadium, do they?
They don't currently have a football stadium, no. But
Do they even play football?
No.
They've not got a stadium, Jim. Where do they execute people there, then?
Most embarrassing thing about parents?
Having them.
What's the most embarrassing thing they've done?
I think it was like my 5th birthday. My dad locked all of us into a garden shed and then put the werewolf outfit from Bark at the Moon on and ran around the shed and all the kids cried and went home.
My dad makes tea every night.
It's another vintage anecdote from the Zoltzman household. Asked by a reporter why Osama bin Laden had not been caught, he said, he's hiding.
Yeah.
He ruined my whole entire week this week.
He ruined your week?
Yes.
Oh, well, the Iraq War was one thing. What has he done now? For fuck's sake, Kelly. I was fine with Afghanistan. This is too much.
I had to leave like 2.5 hours early so that I could get there because there was so much traffic.
Jesus.
What a bastard.
This guy's got to be stopped. What are we doing? Well, let's have a look and see whether it was the most talked about thing this week. Yes, it was. OK, what else have people been talking about?
The Prince Charles's diaries.
Go on, tell me more.
The royal family aren't to have any opinion on political or politics, anything, and I think he would write his beliefs on China and something's going on in China, I don't know, and send it off to people and they got printed.
Yeah.
It's like Newsnight.
No, you're right, the royal family aren't meant to have any political opinions. Do you know what that is?
Because it causes problems.
No, it's because they're inbred and they're stupid.
I think Prince Charles's diary would be like Wednesday, got up, Ate a swan, it was good.
The Apprentice.
The Apprentice.
The Apprentice. It was the final of The Apprentice, and Alan Sugar decided finally to give someone a job in his empire. Which I don't think is an empire. I think it's like a Greek island. I think he does everything. I think you go into his offices, he's dressed in a wig, and he goes, "Oh, Mr. Sugar, I'll see you now." And he goes on with runs into the boardroom, sits there, is going, "Come in, sit down. Tea or coffee?" They go, "Tea." And he goes, "Hold on a sec." And he goes, "No." Because I've never come across any kind of Amstrad or Sugar Enterprises in any part of
Have you not got a Faxophone 3000? No. The Faxophone 3000 they use, it's brilliant. It's like a MIDI hi-fi system with a fax.
It's like someone's sellotaped a sort of flask to a banjo or something like that.
It just baffles me how he is so rich when... What is Amstrad? I mean, I had an Amstrad CPC 464 when I was 12.
Is that the one with the green writing?
Green screen,
yes.
And it loaded games off tapes. That was the system. And he's now a millionaire. He must own actual sugar.
James, do you think the right person won?
Yes, I think Yasmina was right to win, yeah.
The prize on this, Yasmina's prize, she won a job at a digital signage firm. Now,
Yeah,
I don't know much about digital signage, but is it that?
She is selling digital telly things with stuff on.
Wow.
You'd be good in that job because you know all the lingo.
That's right, yeah.
Why didn't he pick Kate? Did Kate lose because she's got a Birmingham accent? Because that's why I would have said no. I work with Richard Hammond. When he's had a drink, he becomes fully Birmingham, and it's just intolerable noise. Does Sir Alan make you call him Sir Alan?
No one actually tells you that you do it. It's like, it might not be his real name. Just
But why didn't you call him... His name's not Shirley, it's Sir Alan. And I just found it all too fascinating, The Apprentice, because as far as I can work out, all you actually do in there is spend 10% of your time doing something and then 90% working out who to blame when it goes wrong.
That's it, you have to kind
of... Alan Sugar, have you noticed this? Alan Sugar, how cross he gets, because one team's made £8 and the other team's lost by 25 pence. But is it like that? And then what's that, Margaret?
Let him speak!
It's like talking to an 8-year-old, isn't it?
Is it like that? Let him speak!
Why does he get so cross about 25p?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, why did he get so cross?
God almighty!
Answer!
He hasn't made 800-odd million through, you know, look after the pennies and the 800 millions look after themselves.
It's that kind of homespun wisdom that lost you the whole thing.
Yeah. Do you know one thing I've picked up, actually, from watching it on the telly? I've just realised how bad my posture is. It's like I'm a prawn, like a jumbo prawn.
That's the main thing you've learned from that experience.
But you are massive.
I mean, how big are you, James? How big are you?
That's the question we're after.
There's a lot of big boys on that team. I want to know who's the biggest. Let's get you and Clarkson back to back. Come on, let's get you back to back. Well, let's see it.
We're not going to get that this time.
James, back to back.
He just said...
Just don't argue with me.
They are
back to back,
pitchy.
back to back.
James
is bigger!
Well,
James is bigger!
Yes!
Is it Big Brother? Everybody in the country must have been on Big Brother by now. Like, it's going to be like jury service. That's how it's going to work. You just come down and you'll find a letter and you'll be like, oh, great, I've got to take 2 weeks off work to be in Big Brother.
You know Lisa, the lesbian lady?
Is she a lesbian?
Yeah,
The one with the Mohican?
Yeah.
And the big...
She'd be sat there like this. She'd go, don't get me wrong, you know, that girl's allowed. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'd maybe do them, but I wouldn't do the ginger one, but I'd do the rest. I thought, none of them are going to have sex with you, you dirty great Lesser. What are you talking about? You'd be lucky to have sex with the ginger one.
Charlie is, he's one of these fellas who pretends to be gay to sleep with women. It's quite annoying.
Right.
And, but he says he slept with 103 women and he's gay. I'm straight. I've not even met 103 women.
James, are you watching Big Brother?
I don't actually watch reality TV. I think it's crass, to be honest with you. I think when you see these people who just, you know, lower their standards to go on to try and, on the off chance. On the off chance.
The irony. Is he getting it?
television was invented, wasn't it, to expand people's minds, and now we're locking them up.
Television was invented to expand people's minds.
Well, not
Have
this.
you seen your show?
That was...
My genuine problem with Big Brother is I just don't think it's the right way to start the summer. I want my summer to start like a cider advert, you know, light dappled through an orchard, a girl riding a bicycle, you know, down a country lane, ducks landing on a pond. I don't want my summer to start with Chantarella has gone to the dairy room. She's really pissed off because Chiara has done a dump in her makeup bag.
Oh, my God, I missed it.
The world record price for a footballer. Well, first Kaká, and there was rumour that Ronaldo will cost 80 million for Real Madrid.
But it's not real money, is it? It's at no point does someone go, that's 79, 80. That doesn't happen.
But he's worth it, isn't he? Because he's gorgeous.
Who,
There he goes.
Kaká?
There she goes. Ronaldo.
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Petulant, spoilt little brat.
Yeah.
Well... Have a look at a picture of Ronaldo.
He's one of those people you'd never tire of hitting him with a hammer. You'd be exhausted and think, I can't hit him anymore, and then think, no, I can! Hit him.
But I think for £80 million, a player has got to be so good he kind of renders the game pointless. To make the game worth playing, he's got to play in a sack. They put him in a sack, tied up, and he's still going round people in his sack.
I'd like Jeremy Clarkson, please.
OK, 22% of people think that Jeremy Clarkson should what?
Stop ruining jeans for the rest of us. You like wearing them?
How could I ruin your jeans?
No, you've ruined the wearing of jeans.
How could I possibly have done that?
Look in the mirror!
A lot of people aren't wearing green moccasins because of you.
I have got some green moccasins.
You've got them on?
No, these are olive green.
It's the worst shoe in the world.
They look like you've put your feet in some unripe bananas.
Well, let's have a look at your shoes, then.
Just a normal pair of, you know...
No, they're a fashion statement.
Show him the other one, because the built-up one is funnier. What do you think? 22% of people think that Jeremy Clarkson should what?
Should face the facts about climate change. Yeah.
I do face the facts about climate change.
Climate change, can we use the official term? Autumn. Yeah. That's what it's called.
Or the even more official term, wank.
Oh, and the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Top household convenience drivers would like in their car.
How about replacing the electric windows with sash windows?
And having a window box on the bonnet.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Got some
Little
nice
flowers.
flowers,
Yeah, grow your own.
petunias.
Yeah.
You know, like using your mobiles illegal. What about a landline?
That's a great idea.
That is thinking. Biggest cause of anger in Britain.
I tell you what winds me up. Oh, it makes me absolutely... You know when it's a windy day and it's raining and your umbrella ends up going like that? Ooh.
Is it badly organised anger management classes?
It is when somebody comes out of a petrol station and then takes 15 minutes to get out of your way. You were talking about being allowed to punch people in the back of the head for dawdling. I would rake them with machine gun fire if I were What do they do for the next 15 minutes before moving away?
Normally, I think they're sitting there going, that Clarkson's behind me. Yeah. Biggest cause of anger in Britain?
Is it the ratio of steak to kidney in most steak and kidney pies?
Yeah.
Very rarely do they get it right. You always go, oh, that's 2 kidneys. Or you go, where's the kidney? I didn't buy a steak pie. And then the wind picks up and your umbrella goes, you go, what a day!
I hope you enjoyed those clips. If you want to watch full episodes of 8 out of 10 Cats, then you can on my YouTube channel. Just, search for it on YouTube and you'll find it, because it's there.